Gavin just wanted to show off his office.
Wow.
So
Nice.
I drove over there.
That's nice.
He's got a, I guess it is a corner office because you can see,
Central.
yeah.
And fits you.
Yeah, it's in the corner.
Right. That's cool. Very nice.
Then he took me around and we walked through the KRLD newsroom.
What's it look like?
Looks like our sales department upstairs.
All right.
But everybody's got on headphones and computers.
Okay.
So we walked through there and I just pointed at people.
What are you doing? Why?
That one go.
Yes.
What, Dan?
Did you go and point at them and then do the slit your own throat sort
No,
of
you
thing?
didn't have to.
No, you didn't have to
You
do
just
that.
walk in and you give them the point like this and go, ooh.
Almost like you're flicking a booger.
Exactly.
That's cool. And walk by one of them and then just back up a little bit and go, almost missed that one.
And as we're walking through, there's this guy in the very back that sticks his head up and says, welcome aboard, Gavin. I didn't see him.
So cool. Should never put my head up.
Had a job until I said hello.
That is so mean, but we've all been at radio stations when the new guy comes in and the last thing you want to do is make eye contact with anybody.
Yeah, you don't want to talk to him for a while.
No. When I was at KLLI and Smokey Rivers came in, I knew I was.
Is that the same guy that was at KVIL?
No, different guy, same name.
What is this?
There's
like
one-
it's franchise?
I suppose. There happens to be one. There's one at the Wolf and the one at KVIL. And they're both Smokey Rivers.
And both got popped.
I don't know if the one at Cake got popped.
Oh. Is that Smokey still there?
I think he's there. I think he's still there.
The one at KVIL, he don't live there no more.
Okay.
Yeah, you're right.
One less Smokey.
With anytime you get a new program director in, you'd stay as out of the way as possible because if they can't find you, they can't fire you.
Exactly.
Because they have to see you in person to tell you you're fired.
They're very busy, and you just want to stay out of the way until everything settles. We had our first staff meeting, and he made eye contact with me, and I went, that's it, I'm done. And I was.
Really?
Yeah.
What did they pop you for?
Because they were changing the format. I had a weird shift. Long story very short. I only had a 2-hour air shift for a while.
We got 4 hours. Stretch it out.
Okay. It was a strange little 2-hour air shift.
Were you music director?
I was not music director, but they, in the old days, I'll make this, you tell me when you're bored.
Stretch it out till 7.
Susquehanna the program director had to have an air shift, so there was a 2-hour air shift.
Were you program director?
I was not. But then the program director decided he didn't want that no more, and he gave it to me.
Okay.
Then the new program director came in and went, well, we got a guy who only works 2 hours. And they said, let's chop that one. And I'm the one that got chopped.
Oh. Did you get a full salary?
Mm-hmm.
For the 2 hours?
$30,000 a year.
How much?
30.
For 2 hours?
Mm-hmm.
What'd you do the rest of the day?
Played on my boat. Actually, I was on the boat when they called me to fire me.
They tell you on the phone?
Took me on the phone. I was hanging on the boat, and I went, cool. He said, you got to come in. Love you.
I'm still getting the checks, right?
I got 2 months severance. It was the goofiest air shift ever.
Where'd you go from K-Plex? Is that when you went to KSCS?
Yes, KSCS. And I had to work 5 hours.
Bitches. Last time on a boat.
Quite a bit.
Hate country music. Work you to death. Gavin's already started making changes.
What do you do?
I'm not supposed to say.
Oh, okay. Will it be obvious on the air soon?
Yeah.
Okay.
I believe the morning show over there either went to him or Purdy and said, hope we're not too cute this morning.
Did they really? Yeah. Well, you knew that was coming. You spent the whole day yesterday saying that. You're cute. Come quit being cute.
I don't want him to be cute.
That's
Read me the news. If I want cute, I'll get Bill Kelly to read me the comics out of the Sunday paper.
Start telling around. Yeah. That was fun.
Is that too far back?
Love David Live.
No.
Right. I told Gavin when I come back, I want to see a lot more empty chairs.
You're not the program director.
That don't make any difference.
You don't ever even go to that building.
Have you ever been? You worked? Your offices are there, right?
It's right across the street. Right across the
I've
freeway.
never been there. I have no idea where they are.
It's standard high rise. Everything's new, clean.
Studio nice.
Yeah, it's got that
Corporate. Clean.
I don't even know what the smell is, but you walk in, you smell it.
New furniture.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is.
Yeah.
What, Dan?
It's like an old people nursing home smell.
No, it's a very sterile environment. A lot of fluorescent lights, new carpet, new paint.
That's it. That's the smell.
All the areas are tidy, well kept.
Yeah. So when we moved the Eagle from the really cool building out on Pioneer Parkway that was next to the liquor store to that Xerox Center, that green building, whatever they call it now, in Las Colinas, God, it was horrible because everything was just sterilized. We had to wear ties.
Oh, yeah, and they don't want you hanging anything up. They want
nothing on the walls.
They want it to be as nice as it can be. Right. These are new studios.
It's a radio station.
We're playing rock music. Let us hang up posters.
The posters. Hold on.
You should go over there. Depressing.
Is it really?
Yeah.
All the equipment's nice, but it's just sterile.
Well, it's just depressing because over here, I wouldn't mind new carpet.
This building's got character.
I'm okay with character.
Black mold.
But maybe some carpet.
Yeah.
To where it's coming up at the seams, they don't put duct tape over it.
Yeah, it's certainly not overburdening us with newness and sterility.
Yeah. At first I didn't realize what the duct tape was on the floor. It looked like either somebody was doing shot put and they need to measure for distance.
Or running a cable underneath it.
Right. And then they said we have to do that because the vacuum cleaners from the cleaning people are sucking the carpet up.
Sad but true.
And I passed Purdy, what is Purdy? Is he the VP of the market?
I believe he is now, yes.
General manager? What do they call him?
I think his title is just, vice president or market manager.
Yeah.
I know they use market manager.
And I pass him. Mm-hmm. Hey, pal.
That's his deal.
So these are very nice over here. Now we're doing a remodeling over at Camp Carpenter. Yeah, the red paint on the curb's almost dried.
And our brand new sign that says Live 105.3 is going to have to come down.
And KRLD has brand new studios.
Yes. Oh, yes. They have beautiful studios at the stadium.
And they're still talking about moving us all over there.
No.
Mm-hmm. I don't see the reason. This building's been paid for since the 70s.
Yeah, I was going to say, they'll never do that. Just financially, that doesn't make sense.
I like it over here.
Yeah.
What, Dan?
I think I was talking to, I don't know if it was at your party, at your house, your Halloween party, or at the GameWorks thing last week. But
David Henry?
Yeah, but David Henry had mentioned, I think he had mentioned possibly getting some new carpet over here. So you're already working. Mm. And then he also mentioned, obviously, I'm sorry, hang on, this thing's on behind me.
What is?
Oh, the other studio.
I don't hear anything.
Oh, maybe it's just me. Anyway, he had mentioned that they were going to, more than likely, originally move us over there. But now they're thinking about keeping us over here because he likes it over here.
Well, they're not going to leave us here just because David Henry gets a boner for staying in this building.
I know.
But after they painted the curbs, I knew that was a big expenditure for them. I figured we're going to stay for at least a couple of years because they wouldn't paint the curbs for no reason.
They won't spend that kind of money.
No, because they're tight asses.
Silly.
And, of course, the new sign that has to come down.
Now, what's the story on that?
Has the new imaging started? They calling it free FM on the air yet?
There's a couple of IDs.
You don't know that?
Yeah, I've heard about that, but what's this about a sign coming down?
They changed the logo.
Oh, okay.
And they didn't bother to tell anybody in Infinity.
Really?
So David Henry finally gets a sign put out in front of the building with the call letters.
Okay.
For both Jack and Live. And then 2 days after he puts it up, they change the logo to that.
So sign comes down. Plans for a new one or just no sign again?
They'll probably you'll see the fluorescent lights.
I see.
Yeah, just poke them out.
Now, I don't understand the thing with the F. This is going to go where?
everywhere. That's going to be T-shirts. That's going to be about
Just an F.
Just that. It's just like when they did just the Jack.
I know, but what
just
this F doesn't tell me anything.
I totally
See that, Everett?
Yeah, it's an F.
That's all that's going to be there. T-shirt with an F on it. Doesn't tell you where it's from, what it's got. We did notice this, though. If you turn the logo upside down, looks like Gavin taking a pee.
No. No, it doesn't.
Or wait, let me see. Or during sex?
No.
Okay.
Just taking a pee. It only needs one punchline. Stop
The
turning
F.
Stop turning the F around.
Russ had a great point, which is looks like a bloody tampon splattered on a window, and you wrote the F in it with your finger. It does.
Well, when I think of F, I think of a failing grade. I mean, I don't think of positive connotations with that letter.
I don't get it. I don't get what it's supposed to do for me. If I'm driving down the street and I see a van with a big F on it, I'm not getting in.
I'm not getting
No. I mean, why not HIV? You know, something negative is what I get out of an F.
Well, even the logo with the Live 105.3 Free FM. That's poor artwork. I don't know where that came from.
Yeah.
What, John?
He had to fight to keep the Live 105.3. They just wanted to call it Free FM.
Really?
Yeah. Gavin had to fight to keep the live part on there.
Yes, Steve. Steve.
Oh, hello? Hey, man, don't feel bad. I got popped at K-Flex as well. Man, Susquehanna came in, and everyone that didn't get popped just left.
Do you know Steve? Nope. Yeah.
Man, whenever a new company takes over a radio station, new guys come in, it just seems like they kind of think they know how to run everything, and, you either get ran off or you get, you get the bye-bye letter.
What did you do there?
I just worked at part-time promotions back in, say, about 8 years ago. Whenever Susquehanna kind of took over. But I do DJ work now, and it pays.
So it was hanging banners? Is that what you said?
No, put you a part-time promotion.
Oh, I got it.
Pay there.
So you still in radio?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, no, sir, I'm not. I just do my DJ work, and I thought about getting back into
I
radio.
don't care. Do we need to keep this for any reason?
No. They'll be everywhere soon enough.
These are new IDs?
Yeah, the number 6.
Go ahead. Tell us. We can't say that.
Let's see where it gets you.
Free FM is KLLI. Dallas, Fort Worth. Live 105.3.
Okay. That's going to do what?
It doesn't do anything for me.
It's like Channel 8 turning the studio blue. That's not going to change anything.
Didn't change anything.
DFW's home of Howard Stern,
Hudson Kelly,
Russ Martin,
Tom Likas,
Love Line,
and NASCAR.
is KLLI. Dallas, Fort Worth. Live 105.3.
Free FM.
That's embarrassing.
Thank you for making us DFW's #1 talk station.
This is KLLI, Dallas, Fort Worth.
The home of Free FM.
Who's the chick?
Live.
That's a really hot chicken promotions. The one where the lowriders, the hip huggers all the time.
Is it the blonde?
I think. No.
Who's the blonde that you guys were talking to out back?
No,
that's
that's
not
a
her.
different blonde.
That's a different girl.
Her name is Angela as well. This is the one that's darker blonde, longer hair.
Yeah.
That's the one doing the voice stuff?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, she's the one that has a face of like a model.
Yeah, she's beautiful.
I don't know if I've seen her.
She's round, but
She in the building today?
I haven't seen her.
Oh, you know who's hot over at KRLD is the chick that's on in the afternoons. Carla Marion.
oh, is she?
Yeah, I don't know if she's married or not.
Okay.
I met her and Mark
Watkins.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've known him for years. He and I worked together at K-Plex in 81.
It's an interesting hat he has on.
Was he wearing a hat? No, I didn't think so. I got you. I know. He's nice. Mark's a very nice guy.
I said he could stay.
Oh, very nice.
When I walked by, I didn't point at him.
You're very kind.
And his hat?
Who else is leaving? You want to announce?
I don't know. There was the big fat guy in the corner that stuck his head up and said, welcome aboard. And that's when he got the finger.
Oh,
Like playing whack-a-mole at the fair.
Popped it up. Went, All right, you shouldn't have stood up.
All right. We'll do this and we'll start news. Hi, Robert.
So you'd prefer to stay there at that building?
Yeah, even when I was at the Eagle and we had the little crapped out studio over there, I like that better than when we moved to North Dallas off the tollway, because you get in a new building and everything's just got some kind of sterile stench painted all over it.
Has no character, like you said.
Because that building that you're in there has 70s radio written all over it. It's just a little cinder block box.
Yeah, that's all it is. But you know what? It's paid for. Over there, I'd probably have to... Well, I wouldn't go. But over there, we'd probably have to share the studio with somebody else. Which ain't going to happen.
Well, if you did that, then you'd... excuse me, you'd end up taking a room out of your house and just building the studio there, right?
I'd probably go ahead and open up the bar, stick a studio in there.
Yeah.
Cool. That'd be fun.
Okay, I was just wondering. One other question. With the free FM, does that mean we don't get 60,000 commercials every hour?
No, free FM is not to be taken literally.
All right.
Ridiculous.
It's a trade name.
Yeah. What does that mean? Is it some kind of selling point? Or is it to highlight the fact that if you're going to listen to satellite, you got to pay for it?
That, I think, is the basic of it, yeah. And then they came out with, and it's also freedom of speech and freedom of whatever you want and freedom of entertainment.
Okay.
That's where I think they're spinning.
Still not a selling point to me.
No, they sat in a meeting somewhere and they came up with this.
Why were they so against Live 105.3, keeping that as part of the imaging?
I think it was just kind of a whitewash thing from start to finish, because they're going to change a lot of Infinity stations over to the new FM Talk.
I see.
So they want to brand it nationwide. Everybody's going to be the same.
I got you.
So you could probably get away if you called it, what is it called?
Free FM?
If you called it Free FM, you could produce one imaging... What are those things called?
Bumpers?
Sweepers?
Yeah.
You could produce one, and the whole country could use it.
Kind of like Jack.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then you just slap your call letters on the end of it.
Same thing.
Okay. Makes
Boom,
sense.
you're done. But it's just amazing that Gavin had to go back, pull out the ratings. People know us as live. They don't know Free FM. Free FM is going to confuse them. I've been down here for 2 years. It gets confusing.
We don't care.
So they left it alone.
Cool.
So they just dropped the alternative talk station, which I was never big on to begin with.
Yeah.
Made it sound queer.
We never said that anyway. Yeah.
I'm not going to say Free FM either.
No. That's the funny part. No, that really affects us.
Kevin McCarthy called me yesterday. He goes, hey, what do you think about the new moniker? When was the last time you heard me identify the station? I don't identify the station, I can give a phone number.
It's a talk show. We don't get the phone number.
If you need to know it that bad, go look it up.
I know.
As far as I'm concerned, it's really none of your business.
I got all these emails. What do you think? Oh, my God, what's going on? I'm like, doesn't affect my day. Knock yourself out.
And the other thing was the David Lee Roth.
Yes.
I couldn't care less. Let him on. If it floats, then we'll all be shocked. It's like when I took over for Stern back at the Eagle.
Yep.
Somehow it worked. Everybody was shocked. That's a no-lose situation for David Lee
For
Roth.
him, right.
Because if it doesn't work out, well, you have to follow Stern. Who could do that? And if it does work out, it's like, how amazing.
Yeah, you're right. It's going to be perfect.
So he's got no issues.
Kevin says you had talent.
I don't know.
An ability.
David may be able to.
You're right. He could pull it off.
I just don't think. Here's the way I look at it. And this is about as deep as I'll get into my radio philosophy. You have talk show hosts, and you have guests.
Correct.
Think of the talk show host, if you will,
Alrighty.
as a marathon runner.
All right.
He has to be there for the long haul.
All the way.
A talk show guest is a sprinter. Sure. They're only good for, that interview, and then they're done. Then you go back to the marathon runner.
Got it.
That's what's got to carry you through the entire year. David Lee Roth is a premature ejaculator.
We'll see.
And I could totally miss this altogether. He may get on and
just
have some kind of relationship with the audience that I don't know.
I like how he's coming on with everybody's coming on with no sidekick, no news people, no nothing. He's just going to talk.
Really?
Yeah.
It sounds like he's describing just a standard AM topic-driven talk show.
Yeah. Like a
Now, they test marketed him where? Because I read something a while back that they had tried him out someplace and that it had worked really well. Of course, over a short period of time. Do you know anything about that?
We don't know. Chloe, where did I get the audio of David Lee Roth?
Off the internet, but we have some more. Rob holds some.
Here?
Should be right there, yes.
All right. How long before I got a break?
Very smooth.
All right.
Heavy day.
Is it?
Yeah.
This says interview. Is this him on the air or just
David
doing...
Lee Roth, welcome to the Bob Rivers Show, sir.
Like a thunderbolt missile in your Cheerios, huh, guys?
Yes.
All right.
We'll be back to the Russ Martin Show. They speed by it. You'll look back. The Russ Martin Show. Now, back to the Russ Martin Show.
To all that surrounds him. Now at 214-787-1053.
You guys want to hear any more of this David Lee Roth interview?
Yeah, I kind of do.
But that's not really him doing his own show.
No, it's just, but it's represent. Yes.
Indicative of what he might do.
Anybody that comes off of those. What was it? Something about a lightning bolt and a bowl of cereal?
I guess.
Cheerios.
And that's the way he was when we had him on that one time. That's why I can't figure out what adjustments he's made to be able to pull off a talk show.
David Lee Roth, welcome to the Bob Rivers Show, sir.
Like a thunderbolt missile in your Cheerios, huh, guys?
Yes,
Right
on. It's so good to hear your voice again.
Rise and shine and smell the toxic waste, and I'm getting kind of used to the taste. What about you?
Loving every minute of it. Yeah, absolutely.
Who am I speaking to? And please hold your positions, because it's rather like being Stevie Wonder in heavy turbulence here.
All right, this is Bob right here.
Stop it. I want you to stop it. I'm taking a knee, just clear out.
Maybe it's a different David Lee Roth.
How old is this, Chloe?
No, Rob holds it. How old it is.
Rob, how old is this interview with Roth?
I think that one was 2003, and the next one was like 2002, 2003.
All right, so we're not listening to something out of the 80s.
No, just a couple years ago.
All right. Hang on a second. Dan, what does that say on line one? Is it Lindsay?
Yeah, it's Lindsay, but it's a guy.
Oh, yes, Lindsay.
You always ask that. What's up, boss?
Hmm?
Hey, GD. Did you hear that Kelly broke up with her knuckle dragger?
No, what happened?
They had gotten into it a couple of days ago over a miscommunication of, he asked her, hey, are you having your appearance tonight? And she said yes, and then he kind of disappeared for the next 8 hours. They're saying the next day that, he made an excuse that his phone had gone dead, and then he fell asleep. But everybody just thought, yeah, right, you're just a guy going out drinking with your friends and lying about it. And I think they'd had problems before.
I don't get the breakup issue here.
Well, she said that every time they ever fought about anything, he had told her that he had thought about breaking up with her over it. So I think they just kind of had a self-destructive relationship from the get-go.
He's ready to move on.
Oh. All right. Thank you.
No problem.
Is she still here? She already gone?
They bolted almost immediately.
Oh, that's right. Gavin's not here.
Yeah.
Gavin's still over at Fitzhugh, sitting in his new office.
Looking at his view.
It's going to be sad when that corner of the building vaporizes. Yeah, Chris.
Hey, yeah, that's not David Lee Roth.
Who is it?
They were talking about it on the Stern Show while David Lee Roth was in the studio. That's not him. That's just some guy doing his voice.
You know what? Bob Rivers is the guy that does all the parody songs, the Christmas stuff, the AC/DC of Hell's. What do they call it? Jingle Hell's Bells. So maybe that's a David Lee Roth knockoff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But you got to admit, it sounds like something that would come out of his face. Let me listen to this.
Okay.
Joe here, Dave. Joe's the Southern accent dude.
And I'll be Spike, Dave.
Excellent.
Throughout the whole interview, we'll be the same people. Just so we won't move.
Oh, I'm not myself this morning, but who is?
Dave, it's been about, I don't know, over 20 years since I've hung with you.
If that's not a Dave, that's a damn good Dave.
I used to make...
The guy that they had do Dave on the Stern Show a few months ago, he sound like that?
No, he didn't sound as good as this.
All right.
He was okay, but you could tell that some inflections were kind of off from Dave. I mean, this is damn good if it's fake.
This drink called a later. Do you remember what a later was?
Super do.
Yeah.
Those are only allocations, and no charges were ever filed. But I'll tell you, in private, that was true. We called them the later because it made you later for the dance than you ever thought you were going to be.
Right,
huh?
that's true. And I nearly lost my job, but it was worth it because it was just a special night. And now, tell me a couple of things. First off, this new album. We're going to play a couple more clips from it, but we want to use all the time we have with you. What inspired you to do this?
This is all material that I grew up shoplifting when it was available first on vinyl. This is stuff that I grew up imitating, when you wanted to get...
That's David Lee Roth.
Yeah,
there's no shtick here.
No.
What album? Did he have something come out recently? 2 years ago?
No, the last one, that's one that I know they had come out was something about the devil or something like that.
Yeah. What did he say cut to was?
Just another interview.
Yeah, David Lee Roth on the horn. Where are you calling from, Dave?
Summertime is where I'm calling from. Oh, yeah. I'm calling from the Mojo Dojo. You hear the echo in the background?
Yeah, I hear that, yeah.
I am forging my body in the fire of my will, guys, and I will make it to your city.
I'm glad to hear that, man. We were kind of...
I'm getting out of here.
With you.
So these are recent. That's not something that he could play off as, I just got off the road.
Right. I'm tired.
Dan, who's that on for?
That is Mike Gallagher from KLLI.
What's he want? He get the bad news yet?
No, quit it.
No, he wanted to tell you about his lunch with Gavin today.
Oh. So he's got the bad news.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, they normally take you lunch.
Don't.
Yeah.
Take you away from the building.
Yeah.
Take you out in public, though. You can't make a big display.
Yeah. Yes, Mike.
Hey, Russ, I'm sorry to bother you, but I just heard some of your comments yesterday sort of through Gavin at lunch today.
Yes.
Before we start, and I tell you a little bit about what he said to me today.
All right.
Did you, on the scale of things compared to David Lee Roth, and I heard some of the things you said about me as a talk show host, if that was really David Lee Roth, am I better or worse than that would be as a talk show host?
Well, you're a talk show host. You know how to do a talk show. Yeah. David Lee Roth is a rock star. He don't know how to do, just like you probably couldn't do any riffs of Smoke on the Water.
But I'd be better than him as a talk show host, right?
Yes. Certainly.
Okay. So, and I'm working, this is what I didn't understand. I didn't hear your show yesterday, although JD told you what a big fan I am of you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Gavin started asking me a lot about why I say my name so much. And I said, well, what do you mean? He didn't say anything. He says, why do you repeat your name so much? It was a really weird lunch. And he seemed kind of distant and different than he usually is.
How much was lunch?
It was about $23.
Yeah. Where'd he take you?
We actually went over to a restaurant over by the Champs over there by Starbucks.
Okay.
But something, and I didn't know you said the things you said, and then people were emailing me today and saying, Russ was really on you pretty bad, and he doesn't like, and he should need to be gone, and I'm taking this very seriously, because, it's a bad, listen, did you ever meet somebody that you really liked, and they said, well, they didn't like your work very much? It's been a rough day for me.
It is. It's very disturbing.
And then to have lunch with Gavin, and then he's asking about why, seriously, if I don't say my name so much, and if I maybe don't so if I'm not so angry, would that help? Because
here's the problem. I don't think you're angry enough. You sound too happy. Anytime I've listened, You're happy about something, and you let people finish sentences. That's crazy.
I mean, I'm just trying to, because I don't want, Gavin's my new boss over here, and I don't need, I know what kind of influence you have, and I know what kind of clout you have. Everybody was talking about you walking through the building.
Good point at him. Everybody's the microphone.
JD's making noise. Go ahead. I'm listening.
That's okay. I just want to tell you.
He jacking with me.
I'm going to use my name less.
He's a syndicated host. He's not going to call up and ask me for advice.
That was a very big market.
Yes, I think if you were angrier, I'd enjoy the show much more.
Okay, I'm going to be angrier. I promise. And I really do like your show.
Will you start tomorrow?
I'm actually going to start first thing tomorrow. I'm going to be a little angry, and I'm going to use my name very rarely. How often can I use my name?
That's up to you. I don't really care. How does this work? You do 1 hour local and then 2 hours syndicated?
Yeah, I do 2 hours syndicated, and they take the last hour local just for KRLD.
Okay. How'd you swing that?
Well, it's a good deal. I mean, I live here, and you know, it's great to be on KRLD, and I've done pretty well for myself, but I'm not kidding you. I'm really devastated by hearing how much you really don't like what I do, and I'm trying.
You're not.
I swear to God.
Why would you be upset?
Because I really like. JD, did you tell Russ that I came to a remote that you were at in South Lake?
I did. We sat around the whatever it was, a car dealership, and we talked for
car toys.
Hour and a half. Car toys, hour and a half.
And I told you what I thought of Russ and what I thought of the show, and it's really it hurts. I mean, I hate to hear somebody that I admire so much not like my work very much.
I would too.
Jesus, go with that. Be nice to him.
I was nice to him. I let him talk, plug his show. He said he's going to be more of an a-hole tomorrow.
Hang up on people. Say his name less. You hung up on him.
He's jagging with me.
He's not really.
You're not going to have a syndicated host call up.
He's a big fan of you. Big. I'm telling you, we talked for an hour and a half about you. Hour and a half.
And it must be true because it happened before any of this.
Oh, yeah. This was almost a year ago. At the car toys at South Lake.
All right. I like his show.
Okay.
I'm sorry he took things seriously. I say I don't like a lot of things on the air.
I know, but
we're off the air. Sometimes maybe I do.
But people take what you say on the air as yes, they do.
They do.
And look at how many times you say something and then bad things happen to those people.
That's got nothing to do with me.
Oh.
It just means that I called it right.
Mm-hmm.
What about the fella you killed?
Who was that?
He was in the hold up with the police, and you said it'd be a good idea if he just took himself out.
And he did.
Save a lot of time if you guys can kill yourself so the police don't have to sit out there all day.
5 minutes later, he was dead.
I don't think it was that quick.
It was within the hour.
What did Mike say when he called in?
Obviously not as much as he said to you, but basically he just said who he was and that he wanted to tell you about his lunch with Gavin. I think he was serious.
Why wouldn't he be?
I mean, think about how fragile most radio host egos
are. Yeah,
they want to be liked, especially by their peers, especially by the number one guy,
someone that they look up to.
All right, you know what? Here's when you put any equity or any value into when something's said. If Mark Davis said he didn't like Mike Gallagher, then I would take that as a slam.
Okay.
Me, I don't like anybody.
I realize that, but everybody doesn't realize that. And if you say it, some people buy it.
They take it to heart.
They do.
People really put a lot of stock in what you say.
On the air.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
They take it as gospel truth.
This has gotten out of control.
It got out of control years ago.
Yeah. Nah, this is...
Now it can't be stopped.
Well,
He's got a point.
But now you have syndicated hosts calling up, sound like they're about to cry because I said I didn't like their show.
Yes.
Well, take it as the compliment that it is. He obviously holds you in very high regard.
Why? We're not doing the same kind of show. There's nothing from this show that he can glean and use on his show.
Well, obviously he realizes you have some manner of insight with regard to radio that causes you to be where you are.
I don't have anything. This show is an absolute accident. Every single freaking day. You can make the faces. you could think this is my way of covering up the fact that this show is scripted from start to finish. From the time this show starts at 3:07 to 7 o'clock, everything's got a place, and it's going to happen at a certain time.
Some people believe
Mike
that.
Gallagher's going to call in at 3:57. He's going to cry. I'm going to hang up on him. At 4 o'clock, we'll break. We'll do the news. We'll come back. We'll take some phone calls. Black Eddie will call up, drop the N-word a few times.
People think that.
That's not what happens. This show is a car with no steering wheel. It's got a gas pedal.
Yeah, it does.
But no steering wheel.
Nobody wants to be in front of it.
Somewhere there's a kid named Russ Martin something or another. Did I ever tell you that story? I met a kid a guy named after Russ.
No.
Yeah, it was. I'm not making this up. This is probably 4 or 5 years ago at Screams out in Waxahachie.
I remember.
Halloween. I'm out there. Some guy comes walking up with a baby in his arms, and he goes, "This is Russ Martin Johnson." You got to be kidding me! No, you've got people out there naming their children after you. Your word carries a lot of weight around here.
Killed them.
Quit it. Quit it. What's the matter with you?
All your children.
Quit it.
Quit. Who's that? Is that Mike again?
No, this time it's Janet St. James from Channel 8.
Oh.
I'm the Destroy TV channel.
You don't think he's really upset about that?
Absolutely. Positively. I'm telling you, he came out
If
for
I
an
had,
hour and a half.
Didn't he have a book?
Yes, he does.
All right, so you got an author, and you got a syndicated talk show host. I'm guessing he's on all over the country?
I'm assuming, yes.
Okay. Why would he care that some guy who didn't finish, not just college, I didn't finish community college. Why would he care what comes out of my face?
Because it's the power of this show, and he loves this show. I'm telling you, he gushed for an hour and a half.
Well, community college
He wasn't there to buy a stereo.
And community college is not the benchmark of your success by any stretch of the imagination.
It also shows my lack of education. It shows my lack of stick-to-itness.
You're right. You suck.
It's indicative of a lot of stuff. So why would he care what I think? I don't do a normal talk show because I can't. If I had to get on the air and argue people fact for fact back and forth, I'd lose every single time, which is why I don't give out the phone number.
No, you don't. You know what I'm calling. Irritating.
Hi, Janet.
Hi, Russ. I made you a promise yesterday, didn't I?
I forget.
You forget?
What was it?
I told you I would wear something on the air today.
Are you wearing that bolo tie?
A bolo tie? No, I'm definitely not wearing a bolo tie.
What did I ask her for? Choker. Oh, yeah. Are you wearing that?
Do you want to tune in at 5 today and see?
Which station?
Oh, come on.
Now, hold on a second. I'm looking. I got 4 TVs on in front of me. I'm trying to figure out which one's Channel 8.
Center one.
That one? Yes. All right.
All right. Well, I won't be on until about 10 minutes after 5.
What are you doing today?
I'm just doing the health segment today.
About what?
I don't know. I haven't read it yet. I guess I should probably do that before I go on TV. I'm working on, sorry, I don't want to say this on your show.
Why?
November rating stories.
It's not November.
I know. Well, you have to work on them before November.
Oh. So what are you working on?
I can't tell you. It's a big secret. You know it's a big secret.
I don't know what it is.
Always our rating stories are a big secret.
Did you hear me make Mike Gallagher cry?
No, you did not.
Yes. Yes, he did.
He didn't really cry, did he?
Pretty close.
He said, unless he's hosing me, he sounded really upset.
Wait, why? What did you do?
I didn't do it.
Yes, you did.
I did not.
You said his show sucked.
You did?
Yes.
Well, but you know, everybody has a right to their own opinion.
Yeah, but the problem is when Russ says those things, people go away.
Gavin's a Mike Gallagher fan. He's not going to do anything. And I seriously doubt that Gavin took Mike to lunch and asked him how come he says his name so much. First of all, does that sound like Gavin?
No.
All right.
Was he on the air? You just heard him get choked up. You didn't see him, right?
No.
All right, so you're assuming that he was getting choked up with crying and not with laughter.
All right. Are you trying to be cute?
I'm just wondering. I haven't heard it, so I'm going to have to go back and see if I can hear something.
It's not any big deal. No reason to focus on it any longer. What is it you're working on?
I can't tell you. It's a big secret.
All right.
Special assignments.
What are you doing today, then?
I'm doing the health segment for 5.
About what?
Well, there's just a whole bunch of things in it. Let's see. There's let me look in the rundown. Something about weight loss surgery. Hold on. I got to get into it again. I told you I haven't read it yet. I'll read it in about 10 minutes.
Who wrote the story?
Somebody else.
So you don't do your own reporting?
Sometimes I do. Let's see. We're doing a new children's hospital. We're doing something about breast cancer. We're doing weight loss surgery. That's it today. You know, it's like anchoring the medical segment, the health segment. So, the anchors don't write anything that comes out of their own mouths. We all write it. The reporter that writes it for them. The reporter that's doing the story writes it for them.
Elsa Ramon said she wrote a lot of her own copy over at Channel 5.
Well, sometimes you do. Sometimes you do. But usually they may give you a wire copy story to rewrite.
Oh. So you don't even go out and do the searching yourself. Somebody hands you a story and say, hey, write this so you can read it.
Right. That's what generally happens for anchors. And oftentimes I do my own stuff for the health segment, just not today because I'm working on special assignments.
Could you hold on just for a second?
Yeah.
That's not validation for you, John, because you take a highlighter and highlight the news. You don't even rewrite it. You just highlight the stuff that you can't read.
But she's a news person, and she does the same thing.
That doesn't make any difference.
She highlights.
And the only reason you highlight is you don't want to get caught off guard.
That's true. They're just reading other people's stuff, too. She's a journalist.
All right, so you're on at 5:10?
Yeah, and he does it the same way we do, except he just doesn't bother to rewrite it. He's a better ad-libber than we are. We can't ad-lib, because remember I came there that once to read the news segment and saw what he pulled off the wires?
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
So we rewrite copy because we have a much shorter period of time.
How are the ratings on the new the new morning show?
I don't know. I haven't paid attention because the real ratings that count don't start until November 3rd.
Don't you get overnight Nielsen's?
Yeah, we do, but I haven't looked at them.
No, I wouldn't.
I'll start looking at them starting November 3rd to see what's really happening, to see what counts, because this is, that's what you base your whole year on, or the next 3 months on.
How long you think they'll give this the new farmer, and what's that chick's name?
Jackie.
Yeah. How long do you think they'll give them?
I think that they'll give them years. Because I know you guys said that it took you guys no time to develop any chemistry, but I think that strangers are often put together as anchor teams in news stations. And it does take time to develop some chemistry, so I think that they're going to give it time.
All right. Anybody heard from Scott Sams?
No. Have you heard from Scott Sams?
Mm-mm.
No.
He did say in an interview, I think it was in D Magazine, that he's given up television.
I know, I heard that, but then I also heard he was going to show up on television somewhere, but I haven't seen that either, so I don't know. I haven't heard from him.
All right. I'm just curious.
All right, tune in today at 5 and see if I'm wearing my choker for you.
Very excited.
Did not make my husband very exciting.
Why?
He was not very happy. He was like, "What are you wearing that for?"
She's dressing for you.
Well, I told Russ that I'd wear this for him.
Really? Let me help you take it off.
He was not happy.
Well, how appropriate that it's a choker.
He was not happy. He probably would not be happy listening to this conversation. Hopefully he's getting a flu shot or something right now.
That's an interesting thing to wish on your husband.
No,
hopefully he's in a car wreck.
Yeah. Perhaps someone's hitting him with a mallet.
Flu shot right now.
All right. All right, I have to go.
All right.
Thank you.
Bye.
All right.
Here's a guy that agrees you suck, by the way. Now that you agree. Now that you think you do. The guy says he listens to Stern, Pugs, and Kelly. Love Lines. I've listened to you probably a dozen times because I run with my headset on. You and your sidekick are the worst. You're always laughing at your own jokes. Your partner is always kissing your ass. And you have more dead air on your show than any radio show I've ever heard.
All right, exactly. So what's Mike Gallagher concerned about?
Also, you're always asking, do we need to take a break? Do we need to do the news? I don't know. Do you? As far as being number one radio program, that is a crock of S also, because you're the only talk show on at this time.
Mike Gallagher called back, by the way.
What do you want?
He wanted to say, yes, he was indeed serious about everything he told you. And
was he crying?
He wasn't crying, but he wanted me to pass on to you to say that he was indeed serious about it, and he really was devastated about the things that you said about it. That was devastated, his word. because he considers you the best of the best.
Did you hear the email that JD said? Give me this.
Here it is.
Well, obviously, Mike Gallagher didn't write that email.
No, this one's from Dan Lewis. No, that was too easy. But everything in here is exactly right. We don't laugh at our own jokes because there's a lot of times somebody will throw something out and you'll be forced to sit in it.
You have to sit there.
You have more dead air on your show than any radio show I've ever heard. That's accurate. Always asking, do we need to take a break? That's true. Do we need to do news? He's there. And as far as the number one, first of all, I didn't say that we're the number one talk show, because we're not. We're the number one show.
Period.
Of the 52 stations in this market.
52 signals.
We're number one. And we're not the only talk show on at this time.
Yeah. But he does write from his work email address.
About that. It just says Delta. Like Delta Airlines or Delta... there Delta Plumbing?
Delta Faucets?
There's Delta lots of things, but that would be Delta Airlines.
Perhaps I should email him.
Pointing at him.
Yeah.
Finger flick.
Kevin. Why are all the dots in here? Why do they do that? Because it's Kevin.m.case, C-A-S-E, at delta.com.
Probably to separate out his name from his middle initial.
Yeah, and a lot of times bigger companies will do that to in case they have people
common
with common names and everything.
Oh. A company like Delta's got, thousands and thousands of employees.
And you don't know whether to give this guy... For questions and comments, contact us at our corporate headquarters.
Yeah, that's attached.
So you don't know whether to give this guy credit for having the balls to send it from his work account, because he's not hiding behind a Hotmail account.
No, he's not.
Or he's just a douchebag, and he didn't think about it.
I think most likely it's the second.
Yeah, clearly it wasn't well thought out. Any right-thinking person would know better than to send something under his own name from his work email.
I wonder if Delta... Maybe he speaks on behalf of Delta.
Possibly.
Maybe the entire airline believes I suck.
That would be a shame.
Well, it says contact their corporate office and give any comments.
Now, see, things like that upset me.
Don't you upset?
But then again, I'm not in bankruptcy.
No, it's true. As they are.
Rob,
yeah.
And just
Chloe, take that to Rob and have him call him and see if he represents the views of all of Delta Airlines. Thank you. We love to fly. We just don't get around to it much anymore. All right, we'll be back.
We'll be back to the Russ Martin Show. They leave. Other shows follow. The Russ Martin.
Hi, I can't come to the phone right now.
Who's up front answering the phone?
Somebody new.
What happened to Catherine?
Some guy. Catherine hadn't been here
Jack FM and Free FM Live 105.3.
3 years.
Oh. Hi, could you page Gavin Spittle for me, please?
1 second.
Thank you. What happened to Catherine?
She quit about 3 years ago. She works at CTX Mortgage.
Oh. I want to find out if Gavin really had lunch with
Mike Gallagher.
Yeah.
Probably did. That's the first thing everybody does when a new PD comes in. You try to have that lunch, try to establish a relationship, be buddies.
What does he care? It's not the only station he's on.
No, but it's a big Dallas KLLI. That's a huge clearance. You don't want to lose that.
Oh. Hello?
There's a DJ up front.
Oh. Do I know you?
I give you a bottle of Jack.
Oh, oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Ever blow on your sweater?
Stop it. No.
Just Catherine?
Just Catherine.
Not a real receptionist until you've had that.
Yeah. Look at his office one more time before we move on.
No, he's not in there.
Where could he be?
Has he been here this afternoon? I've never seen him.
His office was open when I walked by.
I haven't seen him.
Especially since I changed the screensaver on his computer.
What did you do?
Go look. When you come back and do news.
David Henry's sticking his head in his office.
Oh.
Jesus.
David Henry.
You know who's looking at it? David Henry. Dude, our general manager just walked in and goes, what in the hell is that?
He's seen weenies before.
It's nasty.
So Gavin's not with Henry?
Apparently not.
Yeah. All right. Don't want to take two before we move on? Yeah. Yes, Scott?
Hey, how we doing, Russ?
Good.
Yeah, I just want to call. It's like I ran into David Henry today at lunch.
Where was this?
Up the street of Dunston's.
Okay.
I just called in to say, because we're just sitting there hanging out, having food, and we're talking about your show. And he kind of leans back and says, excuse me, I hate to interrupt, but, I work for KLLI. And I go, really? Oh, cool. And so we're just chit-chatting, and he heard me talking about you pimping Kid Craddock's bits and everything. There's a friend of mine who listens to Kid in the Morning, and I go, yeah, it's like you always bust Kid. It's great. That was it.
All right, so you're not having lunch with David Henry. You just happen to pass him at Dunston's.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, if he would have brought my lunch, it would have been great. But no, I was there with a friend, and we were talking about you. Everybody talks about you.
Well, you're very kind. Thank you.
Thank you.
I made Mike Gallagher cry.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. I don't hear the mic in Gavin's office. Something wrong with it? Did you guys move it?
No.
Dan, check it while he's not in there. Or maybe Gavin found it. And we need to get one in his new office over at the Fitzhugh building.
Oh, yeah.
That'll take a little more doing. Because then I got to get the signal from there back over to here.
Over to here somehow.
What was what is this, John?
Yeah.
And why do I need to hear this?
It's just, he has a question.
This is Joy's
kid.
John.
Yeah, has a little question. Cut number 2.
Does he call you Daddy John yet?
No, he doesn't. I'm not his daddy. He has a father.
Well, that's why he calls you Daddy John, to differentiate between you and his biological dad.
He doesn't call me daddy at all.
What does he call you?
JD.
Has he ever tried to call you Daddy?
No. I'm not his daddy. He's got a dad.
No. So what's he want with me?
Just play it at cut 2.
Mm-hmm. Who's on hold? Sean Hannity? Tell him to. What cut?
Cut 2.
All right.
Hi, it's me. I just wanted to have
What's wrong with him?
Nothing. He's
he drunk?
He's 7.
He sounds drunk.
He's 7. Drunk. He's 7.
Why's he drinking?
He's not drinking at 7. He's just 7. That's how they talk at 7. And 5.
When you're drunk?
No, he doesn't. No.
Hi, it's me. I just wanted to have Uncle Russ's phone number because I'm going to be back.
He wants what?
Uncle Russ's phone number. He's going to be Batman.
Have
Uncle Russ's.
Uncle Russ's phone number because I'm going to be Batman.
How's that kid know my name?
Uncle Russ?
How's he know my name? Forget the uncle part. Well, and why does he call me Uncle Russ? He don't call you Daddy John. Joy don't even like me, and her kid calls me Uncle Russ.
It's Uncle Russ.
How come he don't call you Daddy John?
Because I'm not Daddy. You're close.
I'm not. Oh, I'm closer to Uncle than how does that work out?
He wants to come by the house, too.
My house?
And see the cars. And have you take him trick-or-treating. I told he's Batman, and I made the mistake of going, oh, well, Uncle Russ, who you've heard on the radio, has, and so I said the uncle part, and that's why he calls you that. I said, he's got the car.
I'm not his uncle.
I'm not his father, but he calls you Uncle Russ. I brought up the Batmobile.
What's he drinking?
He doesn't drink. He doesn't.
Put in his baby formula?
He's just 7. That's how you talk when you're 7.
I don't think I was that bad.
He's not bad.
So he's not drinking?
Yeah, he's not drinking.
Rehab?
No.
Have Uncle Russ's phone number because I'm going to be Batman for Halloween. And that would be really cool if he would take me trick-or-treating on the Batmobile. Love you. Call me back. Bye.
That's all.
Didn't leave a number. I don't get to think about that.
I've got the number.
So she's going to bring him all the way out to my house, and she wants me to drive him around and take him trick-or-treating.
Yes.
What day is Halloween?
Well, that's a good question. My Halloween's actually Monday, but I think kids are probably going to come around Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, I would think.
They come around all 3 nights?
I would think so, because Saturday's traditionally the time they get out. Sunday's sort of in between. Monday's after Halloween.
I got to get a pellet gun.
No, you don't. Why? For children?
I'm not giving out candy 3 nights in a row.
I bought a bunch of it at Walmart just because they're going to come by every night.
Will they really come by all 3 nights?
Probably.
Just turn your light off out front.
I'll have to. I'm getting a pellet gun.
No, you're not getting a pellet gun. Your house is all decorated up. All the kids will come by.
They can come by whenever Halloween is, but you don't come by leading up to it.
You're going to get them all nights, all 3 nights. Or unless you turn the lights off.
Or get a pellet gun.
No, yeah.
Because you pop a couple of them with a pellet gun. Here's the great thing about it. You hit them with a couple of them with a pellet gun, word spreads fast.
Imagine it would.
Just like here's a house with the best candy.
Yeah.
Same thing. Yeah. He's in the tree with a pellet gun.
Just avoid that one.
Yeah.
Oh, God. I made the mistake of telling them you have a
Well,
Batmobile.
he's known about it for a while. You wanted me to take it out to some party.
Yeah,
was it last year?
Yeah, he was Batman at his birthday party. It was a big birthday. That was the whole theme.
I got to pick a superhero next time. I ain't got no car.
Somebody on foot.
Yeah, I think next year I'll be the Spider-Man or Hong Kong Phooey.
No.
Do you have a car?
No.
Transient man.
Yeah. Hi, Susie.
Okay. Halloween will not move. It'll stay on Halloween. There may be other festivals and traditional things that people do on Saturday and Sunday, but Halloween trick-or-treating will still be on Halloween.
All right, so they're not going to try this crap of leading up to it.
No, I mean, there have been rumors of it before, but no, Halloween just doesn't move.
Oh. All right, I didn't know. All right, thank you. Because I think this will be the first. See, Halloween was on a Sunday last year. Is that right?
Okay. No idea.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. So this will be the first time I've had a house. It's not
falling on the weekend.
I don't really care.
All right.
I'm not going to be home anyway.
Where are you going to be? Monday?
Walmart.
What are you doing Walmart?
Pellet gun.
No, you're not. No.
All right. Oh, what, you said there was some other audio on here?
Cut number 1 is somebody that was pissed off at you for taking Monday off.
Why?
They said you're lazy. You only work 4 hours a day.
Okay. Valid point.
All right. That's what the other audio is. It's cut number 1.
What are they mad about? Who is it? Paul Harvey?
No. It's not just a listener.
JD, oh, buddy, tell that big pussy Russ to get his lady.
Does this call end with a name or a phone number?
No. I'm sorry.
Easy ass up. Hell, he don't have to come to work until 3 o'clock in the afternoon and do his little 4 hours and go home. Now, surely to God, that's not too hard for him. I can't remember when he's done a full week. He's just a big lazy pussy. I sure hope you're relaying these messages to him when I call you. Thanks. Take it easy.
What was the envelope information on that? When did he call?
That was Monday at 4:30.
He sounds drunk, too.
He does.
Drinking with John.
No, he's John does. No.
We've been taking a lot of Mondays off?
A lot.
4 in a row?
I believe, at least.
I don't think it's been 4 in a row. There was a full week in there someplace. What, Dan?
And I think you had a Wednesday mixed in randomly. I think it was because of your allergies.
Yeah, we took a Wednesday off once.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But it usually is a Monday.
I don't care.
I know.
I'm okay with it.
Ratings came in last Thursday. Looks like I got some headway.
Yeah. Yes, you did.
I wanted to take the day off.
That's it.
Best of is okay.
Mm-hmm. Very good.
It catches people up. Trey, you going to watch TV and scratch today?
Nope.
That's all he did in here yesterday. He's looking at the TVs and he's scratching.
Not like his butt. It was like right.
Yeah. Trey, what's the new taxing situation with the Texas Stadium?
Well, I think what they're probably planning on doing is they're going to tax the players that don't.
Tax the players that don't live here.
That's a spot.
Yeah. And you know he's watching TV scratching. Oh, I wish they would shut that up.
Distracting.
Yeah. How am I supposed to scratch with all this noise? No itchies?
Nope.
No. What's on TV?
I don't know. Focused on you. What?
Shut up, Jeopardy's on.
1,500, please.
All right, here's the clue. It ends with 2 vowels. A basilica in this northeastern Italian city contains the tomb of St. Anthony.
Hopkins.
What is
Hopkins.
Genoa?
No, you always hear the name of the city with the saint. St. Anthony of Padua. Padua. 1,700 is your total at the moment. Select again.
Aviation first for 200.
Admiral Byrd gave navigational training to him prior to his historic 1927 transatlantic solo flight.
Lindbergh.
Yep. Diane.
Who is Lindbergh?
Yes.
Aviation
Very nice.
first 400.
On August 28, 1884, John Montgomery made the first manned flight of one of these engineless planes at Otay, California.
I believe that's
What
okay.
is a glider?
Correct.
Somewhere Mike Gallagher's looking for a bridge abutment
1983.
to kill himself.
Why?
Just because he looks up to you and we're watching Jeopardy.
Jeff.
What's a balloon?
Right.
I'm Mr. Easy One. Ass.
The first major flight over water was by Glenn Curtis, who flew over this lake from Cleveland to Sandusky in 1910. Susan.
What is Lake Erie?
Right. Now the $1,000 clue.
Here we go.
The first full-scale wind tunnel for testing planes was introduced at Langley Research Center in this state in 1931.
Nevada.
Jeff?
What is Virginia?
You got it.
No.
Even 5,000 for you.
You're good.
Thanks, everybody. Didn't they have was it a Jeopardy tryouts here
locally,
recently?
Yeah, they did.
Weren't you going to go over it?
The casting call rule.
No.
Why not?
Because
Didn't we talk about that, though?
Yeah, but nah. There are too many categories that I'm not strong in.
What are you good at?
Well, I mean, the music stuff I'm okay at. But
All right.
Like geography is really not a good one for me at times. I mean, there are entire categories that I would just whiff on.
Okay.
Like that.
Well, you would think with you have your legal degree, and you also have a doctorate in jurisprudence. You should be able to do good at some of those.
Well, yeah, I could do well at some of them, but there are sharp people on there.
But you're the one with the IQ in the 180s.
Well, I just haven't really ever.
Is that right? Is it in the 180s? Is that close?
I'm not going to tell you the answer to that question.
What's the big secret? Just say it.
Yeah.
I don't want to.
Is it lower than what we think it is, and you think that we're going to be
Judgmental.
No,
Yeah.
I'm just not going to
We'll look down
remind
at
you. I'm just not going to comment on it.
Is it above 150?
I'm not going to comment on it. This took an ugly turn. We were talking about Jeopardy. Jeopardy, fun, happy game.
How long does it take to take an IQ test?
Couple of 3 hours, something like that.
How long before you get your score?
I think it was several weeks.
Yeah. And what's the reason for taking an IQ test? Just for your own knowledge?
Yeah, if you don't want to know or you don't really care, why'd you take it?
I took it just...
It does have 3 digits, right?
Yeah, it has 3 digits.
Are you in Mensa?
I was. I quit paying the fee.
You got bored.
Yeah. They were all too dumb.
I got no time to hang out with mongoloids.
Mensa.
Well,
what?
What did you get by being in Mensa?
Not much, really. It's people that get together and meet, but I mean, this is just my own opinion for people that are in it and like that sort of thing, but it just seemed a little bit too self-acknowledging in a way.
You want to hang out with people, you all get together, and it's neat to be in a club that nobody else can get in. It doesn't matter how much money they have, or what their backing is, or what their bloodline is. I know why you were in it, because I know who can't get in.
What? What does that mean?
I ain't saying nothing else.
No, what does that mean? No, tell me. I don't know who you're talking. Huh?
Hold on a second. Yes, Rob.
Hey, sorry to bother you. I just got in touch with Delta corporate headquarters.
Yes, what did they say?
Well, they told me that I did not have permission, or no one had permission to read that email, and that they allow their staff to use their equipment and email exchange to do whatever they want, as long as it doesn't abuse, as long as they don't abuse it.
All right.
And I read the email to her, and she said, "You don't have my permission to read it, and why do you have to involve Delta? This has nothing to do with Delta."
Well, technically she's right, but it's just a nice little bonus.
Sure.
Sounds like he's abusing the email to me.
Obviously, in between not sending airplanes up.
Right.
They're busy. They're busy.
And between declaring bankruptcy and trying to fly some planes, he's got time for emails.
Clearly. That start off, "You suck."
Yeah.
Well, it's poor public relations. I mean, if they were a company that were thriving, it might be a different matter. But
yeah, we dictate. Take that from Southwest.
Yeah. All right. We don't have time for news. Is everybody scratching today? What's wrong with you? Oh, hang on.
Oh, no.
It's in 1921's Psychodiagnostics. Jeff.
Who's Rorschach?
Herman Rorschach, yes.
Persona for 1600.
He was the third and favorite son of King David. Diane.
Who's Solomon?
No. Jeff.
Who's Absalom?
Absalom, yes.
Persona for 2000.
What if they give them the heads up on the categories they're going to cover?
I don't know. I mean,
and the reason I ask that is because never do you see that board full of questions at the end of a round.
No, they've got to. They've got to give them a heads up of some type.
I think they give them some kind of general idea, but I don't think, that they give them necessarily.
Well, I mean, what are the odds those 3 people are going to know all those different categories, and not just whatever there are up there, 7, but they go through that, twice in a show?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right, so you got 14 categories, plus the final double-headed whatever the thing is at the end.
Uh-huh. Right.
Wolf for 16.
Take a look, players. He's the noted defense thinker.
Andy Griffith.
Here.
Wolfowitz.
All Wolfowitz, right.
Wolfowitz.
And Wolf for 2000.
Like Andy Griffith.
Of the genus Aconitum. This poisonous garden plant is sometimes used medicinally.
Aloe vera.
Susan.
What is wolfbane?
No. Jeff?
What is Wolfsbane?
Wolfsbane. Yes,
See?
there's a yes in there, unfortunately for you, Susan. Jeff, you pick again now.
7th seal for 400,
One more, we're done.
Okay.
The 7th planet from the sun. Susan.
What is Jupiter?
No.
What is Wolfsbane?
What is Uranus?
Correct.
7th seal 8.
Answer.
You said one more and we're done.
Well, that's the Daily Double.
I'm sorry.
I got to say.
Before I ask you to make your way to, we have a change in score. Good news for you, Susan. Although none of the American
Is this illegal to broadcast this audio?
Not as long as you courtesy it. It's courtesy of
Channel 8.
Channel 8.
to credit you with
No, it's Channel 11.
11.
Oh, it's CBS. We carry any thing we want.
What's that?
7,700. So you're now in 3rd place, Diane.
Boy, that makes a big change, doesn't it?
Well, you still have to catch Jeff.
I know. Let's try for 3,000.
3,000 it is. Here is the clue in the 7th seal.
Very
The
excited.
7th month of the calendar in 1st century Rome.
Was July?
No. What is September?
September.
September,
okay.
yep. First.
I kind of fell flat.
Yeah.
Hate that game.
Why do we watch it every day?
Why does anybody watch it? Because probably 95% of the people that watch it have no idea what these questions are or what the answers are.
Get close.
So what's the magic behind it? Short of you watch it just to see if out of the entire half hour, if you come up with one answer. And then if you do, we're going to answer on Jeopardy.
You're a genius.
Well, it's interactive in a way that a lot of game shows aren't. I mean, it has that going for it. So that
how's it interactive?
Well, because you can kind of play along at home. If they're playing some kind
But you never know the answers.
Well, but you do eventually.
Okay. Hi, Mark.
Hey.
Yeah.
I've been on Jeopardy. It's taped in real time in 22 minutes. The only breaks you get are the breaks you see on TV. And they don't tell you anything about what the categories are.
You don't get the heads up on anything?
Nothing.
I don't understand.
How could that many people know this odd little bit of trivia?
Well, it's not even that many people. It's 3 people that go through and clear out 14 categories.
Right.
Or however
Well, let
many
me tell you this. You have to go through a test, which is 50, 80 to 100 questions. 50, 800 to $1,000 level questions. And, I went in San Francisco when I lived out in the South Bay, and there were maybe 500 people who took the test, and 4 of us passed it.
How much did you win?
I didn't win anything. I got second place. I blew a $1,000 opera question at the end.
What was the question?
I couldn't tell you. They went. I can't remember, but maybe 3 questions. And the guy that won my match, they take 5 games a day.
Right.
You have to take 5 changes of clothes with you. So the guy that won my game was the season's first 5-time champion. It was his 5th game. What you guys don't see is that if you look at the big board, there are 2 neon lights on either side of it.
Okay.
And you cannot answer a question until those light up. If you do, you're locked out for a second and a half, which is like an eternity in Jeopardy time. And so if you buzz in too fast, you're locked out.
Okay,
you have to wait until
you have to wait till the entire question is read.
Yep. And the thing is, if you wait until the lights light up, you're screwed because you're too slow. So you have to really get the timing of the lights.
That's like watching the Christmas tree lights at the Texas the racetrack.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay.
So you've got to anticipate it.
Motor place.
If you're fast off the gun, then you'll get locked out.
Right.
I didn't answer a single question in the first round.
How did you get to be so smart on so many odd, weird categories?
Dude, I'm not smart. I just have a really good memory.
Oh.
And where did you go to try out? You said you were in San Francisco. Was it just an open tryout sort of deal, or?
No. There are so many people there. I lived in San Jose, and there are so many people who want to do it in that area. You had to go through a drawing. You had to send a postcard into the TV station. And then they do a certain number of people. Then you had to go, and over 2 days, Saturday and Sunday on a weekend, they did 4 sessions of testing a day.
It's a pretty hefty filtering process.
Yeah, I mean, not everybody gets on the show. And that's the reason why you put 3 people who go through all that stuff. And the thing is, what they do is they send you a little notice and says, you got to be in Los Angeles at this day or you're screwed. You got to start over again.
Do you get any money for the appearance, like what do they call it?
Day rate.
A day rate?
Nope. They give you lunch.
What about airfare?
Nope. The only way they pay your way out there is if you're in the final tournament, you know, where they take all the big winners.
So up until no airfare, no hotel accommodations, nothing. You get lunch.
No, and once you've been on once, you can never be on again.
Oh, see the draw.
They have so many people waiting to be on the show.
All right, thank you.
You bet.
Well, the draw is not that many people. Obviously, with the filtering process, your chances of getting on are about the same as winning.
Yeah.
You got 3 people, and look at the funneling process to take you to that. I feel very stupid.
I know. I'm never going to watch that show again.
Did I listen to all the audio you wanted me to?
Yeah.
You got John and the guy that said I was lazy.
Yes.
Okay. Sean Hannity still holding?
Oh, yeah.
Look and see if Gavin's in his office yet.
He's not. Actually, I just talked to Rick Lou, our IT guy.
Yeah.
Gavin's still over at KRLD. The only reason his office is open is so Rick could do a couple of updates on his computer.
Oh, God.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
We changed the screensaver.
Oh, yeah.
To a wiener.
Well, I got it from a Bukkake website.
Feels like he's home.
We'll be back to the Russ Martin Show. Why would you listen to anything else? The Russ Martin. Now, back to the Russ Martin Show.
He's in his car? Come on. All right. Oh, I got into Gavin's computer.
Okay. And to what now?
No.
Send a bunch of...
Okay. Hello, it's Gavin.
What are you doing?
Working. What are you doing?
You on your way back?
Yeah, I just got pulled into a quick meeting, and then I'm on my way back.
What happened to you making it a priority that you would be over here in the afternoons?
It's still a priority. I'll be back over there. It'll still be afternoon.
You're 2 hours late.
Well, I wanted to meet my afternoon show here.
Really? Well, hold on a second. Let me look and see. Let's see. 2554 KRLD in the afternoon.
Oh, come on.
Let's see. Number one is me. KRLD. Number 17 is KRLD. But you wanted to make sure that you were over there to talk. Hey, is that Carla Marion? Is she married?
I think she's got a fiance.
Oh. She's hot. Yeah, she's a little...
Yeah, I mean, I want to use her. I mean, she's a great figurehead.
Okay.
Smart. She's good.
But you don't think she's married?
I think I was looking on the website. I believe she's engaged.
Oh.
I'm not sure, though.
Mm. So, what was the meeting you had with your afternoon show over at KRLD?
Oh, I just, I was meeting them to say hi, and then, I was meeting with one of my general managers to go over some of the details. And and I had a sales meeting here this morning, so it's been a busy day.
And you had lunch with Mike Gallagher.
What?
You had lunch with Mike Gallagher?
Yeah. You know everything, man.
Mike Gallagher called and told me.
Great.
What did you tell him?
I didn't need to tell him much. How did he sound? Happy?
No.
Wonder why.
Unless he was dicking with me, he sounded distraught.
Well, I think he's feeling the pressure, obviously.
What's the pressure?
I don't know. Because you were trashing him on the air.
Okay.
And I think
Why would he care? Why would he care what my take is on his show?
Because I think people believe that you control me.
How long before you yank him off?
Stop.
I gotta have more news.
Yeah.
Well, news is very important to us.
I like more news.
Well.
And I'm okay with the Ernie Brown guy.
Okay.
The Gallagher's got to go.
He's a good guy, Russ.
I'm sure he's a dandy guy.
So was Larry Dixon.
Yeah, you popped Larry Dixon yet?
I have not met with Larry yet.
No. Why don't you just leave Larry alone? Let him continue being the voice guy for KRLD. It's not going to change anything.
He does a good job in radio. We just have to freshen some things up.
You've had a hard-on for Larry Dixon since you got in this market. Let it go.
I don't even know the man. I don't know him.
I'm fine with him.
You got to get that Gallagher off.
Just allow me the time to do what I need to do.
What did I tell you? When I come back over there, I want to see more empty what?
Desks.
Yes.
I can't believe you were pointing at people.
Really did that?
Yeah.
Why?
Pointing people and he kept saying to me, just move on. Don't say anything, Gavin. Just look at them, I'll point, and then we'll move on.
And then the fat guy over in the corner that said, welcome aboard, had he not done that, I wouldn't have spotted him.
Oh. Hope you well head up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was kind of a delay point.
Yeah. I hope you saw your shadow.
Yeah. And a couple of people in the hallway asked me to break for them today.
Break dance?
I walk in the sales meeting this morning, and they're like, hey, man, why don't you break for us?
God.
It's not necessary.
Are you in the car right now?
No, I'm in the kitchen.
Oh. Do it in there. Go ahead.
No one's in here, so I'll do it.
All right.
Ready?
Yeah.
Let's break. No one came in. Good.
So what'd you tell Gallagher at lunch?
We just had a nice talk. I mean, I'm meeting with the hosts. I'm meeting with everyone, getting to know them, figuring this stuff out.
Mm.
It'll take time.
I want more news.
Okay. Okay.
I like some more in the afternoon, too.
Why don't you come to a baseball game with me this year?
Why?
Because Texas Rangers.
Okay.
Be fun.
Nobody's really into baseball.
Not now, especially.
You look at the ratings for the playoffs. Is that what they're doing?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I like it.
You going to keep carrying the Rangers?
Yes.
Put them on when Gallagher's on.
Well, there'll be some times we'll be on then, but...
Good.
Yeah, I pulled this up.
How long's the Rangers game last?
3 hours.
3 to 4 hours.
Perfect.
First two games of the World Series went down over the weekend. Let's see, only one of them made it even to the top 10. And that's the World
I
Series.
think that has to do with teams.
When are you coming back over here?
As soon as I'm done here, I'm just going to pop into a meeting for 5 minutes, and I'm in my car.
All right.
Promise.
Hurry up.
Well, I told you the majority of afternoons I'd be there, but I wanted to be here this afternoon.
Okay. Find out about that Carla Marion chick.
Mallory just sent me, it says from her KRLD bio, she is married.
Oh.
Oh, she is? I saw the ring, but I wasn't sure.
Okay. Let her go, too.
We're not going to let someone go based if they're single or married.
Yeah, I think we are.
God, people really believe that you're telling me what to do.
Yeah, I know. I got to go. What is it, Rob?
Just made you dance.
James from Channel 8.
No.
Patients broke ground on Children's Medical Center Legacy in Plano.
Hang on.
The new $106
They're doing video. I
million
can't see her.
center will provide more
She got her
convenience
choker on?
to residents of Collin, Cook, Denton, Fannin, and Grayson counties. The 72-bed hospital.
What
in
else
the
kids doing with
Legacy
shovels?
Business Park is scheduled
Breaking
to open
ground
in
on a
early
hospital.
2008.
Are they that sick?
Really works when it comes
That's
to
cold.
actually falling. Researchers say
They make kids with cancer dig their own holes.
in the last decade alone, with the exception of skin cancer, it is the most frequently diagnosed cancer among U.S. women. Doctors have been warning
There's
for
her choker.
years that
She looks good with that.
gas is not
She
an
frost her
easy
hair?
solution to weight problems. Now patients at Baylor's weight loss surgery program are learning exercises just as important as
I want to see the kids digging their own holes here.
Dr. David Winter tells us more in tonight's Health Source Report.
They're breaking ground.
Huh?
They're breaking ground.
Well, they can tell them it's whatever they want. We're going to go out front, and we're going to break ground, and you dig until we say stop. Somebody will come out with a ruler, and they'll give you the heads up.
No. You're so sick.
It's got to be one of the best video pieces I've seen in a while. Bunch of sick kids out in the back digging holes.
dig it now while they still have their strength.
Yeah.
All right.
God, budget cut. Don't make that the promo.
I'm just marking notes.
All right. Is she supposed to come back on?
Yeah, they're still doing the health thing.
Patience. If you haven't been working out and
She's
you don't
hot.
know how to maintain what you've already lost, you're going to slowly add it back on, and that's just how the body's
We watch Jeopardy. We watch the news. We watch women's tennis.
Helped her accomplish things she never imagined.
We'll see Janet again.
Recently, a half marathon.
I never thought exercise would be a part of my life, and now I can't imagine it not being a part of my life.
For Baylor Healthcare System, I'm Dr. David Winter.
And as always, you can find this and other Dr. Winter reports.
What is it about that look hot on chicks?
I don't know. It's just nasty.
Jeff Macy and
Okay,
Pete.
thanks, Janet. Pete, we want to get you in on this.
Or that Pete Delkus guy. He's huge.
Helicopter 8 flew over the area today.
All right. Let's do news here.
Sure.
Hold on. Yes, Andrea?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, I wanted to say that, you know, it's not fair to ask people to give feedback if you're going to call their headquarters and try to get them fired.
I didn't ask for any feedback.
You always are saying, well, call in or, you know, tell us.
Lady, you ain't never in the history of this show heard me say call in for feedback.
Not call in, but you can say send me.
You've never heard me ask anybody for advice on this show. You send it. You
Feedback on the show? Yes. You're always saying people can call in.
Lady, I don't know what kind of hip you're on, but I've never asked for advice on this show.
Not advice. Feedback.
Lady, I don't want feedback. I don't ask for it. I couldn't care less what you or Delta thinks.
Well, maybe you should.
Why?
Because.
What's gonna shut up for a second? What's gonna make you know more than me about broadcasting?
You are so funny. I think you're just hilarious.
All right, what's gonna make you know more than me about broadcasting?
Absolutely nothing.
All right, so why should I shut up? Why should I listen to you?
Oh my
then?
God.
Why should I listen to you if you don't know anything?
Oh yeah, okay.
Do you work for Delta?
Yes, I do.
Do I give you advice?
No. But
okay, and why would I want to take advice from a bank? That doesn't work. No, Why would I take advice? Why would I take advice from a company that's in bankruptcy? Huh?
Good question. And had to pull out a DFW.
Yeah, I pay my bills.
Wow.
Didn't pay their bills the correct way.
Say it again.
I'm sorry that I worked for a company that didn't pay their bills. That's not my fault. That's
Okay, well, let's go back to the original reason for the call. I didn't ask for anybody's opinion on this show. So what is it that I'm doing that's wrong?
Well, that's what your email address is for, so people can email you.
No, that's your that's your assumption. That's what it's for.
Okay, well, you know, these people really do have it rough right now.
I don't care. You know what? I don't care. I didn't tell him to email my... Shut up again. Again. Shut up again. Again. Shut up this time. Really, I mean it. I never asked. You're not. You don't... That's why you're in bankruptcy. You don't listen! How come I don't get many of these calls anymore?
I don't know.
They seem to peter out.
Most of them get it. She's obviously new.
Hey, are you new here? So tell me what I'm doing wrong. I'll actually shut up and I'll let you finish.
No, please, keep going.
Ma'am, I'm going to give you the opportunity to finish, to tell me what I'm doing wrong, or I'm just going to terminate it here. Up to you.
Okay. Here's the thing, is people that like you sometimes hear something that they don't like, they want to be able to give their opinion at the time. Maybe you take it, maybe you delete it, no big deal. But to ruin somebody else like that, or to try to call their headquarters and get them fired for something.
I didn't say to get him fired. I wanted to know if he was he might represent the whole company, and I guess
Did you give them his name?
They didn't want it.
Did you give that radio or the headquarters? Did you give them his name?
What did I just tell you?
You know what?
What?
I wasn't listening. I was shut up and I wasn't listening.
All right. Shut up and listen. I just told you they said they didn't want it. So not only do they not care, they're not even going to look into it. And this guy isn't somebody that enjoys the show and didn't happen to like it one day. He told me I totally blow. So I'm going to put any stock in that. All right, let's go this way. Where's the constructive criticism? What do I do with an email like that? That's not feedback.
Well, Okay. I don't know. I mean, you could easily just email him back.
I don't have to do anything, and I don't have to do that either. Here's the great thing about it is I can do whatever I want. If I wanna, I will. If I don't wanna, I don't. See how easy that is?
So everyone that listens to Russ, remember, he just doesn't care.
Yes.
It's nice when people finally get it.
Yeah.
I wish I could be paid for being an ass like you.
I don't think I like that airline.
No.
Everybody over there seems to be a butt. You still have the email?
Oh, I don't know where it went. We had it.
I just want to know when anyone thought you wanted their opinion.
Yeah.
You ask for feedback all the time.
Always asking for people to call in.
You obviously have a bad antenna and your station drifts. So what do you...
Well, it's like calling them up and going, hey, your airline sucks.
Yeah.
I don't want to give you any constructive criticism.
Right.
I don't want to tell you how to fix it. But you may want to look over left field.
Yeah. You suck. You couldn't stay at DFW, and you don't pay your bills. Okay? Do something.
Now what?
And you laugh at your own jokes. What kind of color is that for a plane?
White.
Are they white?
The basic color's white, and then red and blue on the tail.
Oh. Who's got the ghetto-colored planes?
Ghetto? What color's ghetto color?
Purple.
Nope,
Purple and orange?
I don't know.
Southwest?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they've got some purple-orange planes.
What's the thinking behind that?
Just their new color scheme. It is the new planes.
Is that right? Is it purple and orange?
It's like a tan and... Yeah, it's...
Well, one of the colors is purple, right?
Yeah, it's...
Well, why don't you stick spinners on the wheels while you're at it? Is that playing taxiing or not?
I can't tell. I said taxi up, hold short. Stop.
Throws off all the other planes. I don't know if they go or not. Are we moving too? Hold on. Yes, Mariah.
I just wanted to say that I have listened to you for about 3 years, every single day, and I love your show.
Thank you.
I have never once heard you ask anyone to ever call in for suggestions, opinions, feedback, or anything else. So she's a complete idiot.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye.
It's like the chicks at La Bear that Friday night we danced.
Right.
When I thanked them for coming out, I went, there are some chicks that don't get the show, and there are some that do. Obviously, you do. Because not only do you enjoy the show, you came out, and you're going to help us support the Police Fire Foundation.
That was very
You get it.
And there's some people that just won't. But for anybody to call you and go, you always ask for our opinion. It's like
I get sick of hearing you ask for it. All right, here's the email from the guy at the... I'll even leave Delta out of it.
Okay.
Because in essence, it's really got nothing to do with them. It's just a dildo that decides he's going to email me from work. I listen to Howard Stern, Pugs, and Kelly. Love lines. I've listened to you probably a dozen or so times because I run with a headset radio on. What does running have to do with listening to us?
He's just telling you why he accidentally bumps into the show.
You and your sidekick are the worst. You're always laughing at your own jokes. Your partner's always kissing your ass. You have more dead air on the show than any radio show I've ever heard. Sure gets a lot out of listening only 12 times.
Yeah.
If you don't understand what I mean, is that you pause and there's silence all the time. I know what dead air means. You're always asking, do we need to take a break? Do we need to do the news? I don't know. Do you? And as far as being the #1 radio program, that's a crock of S because you're the only talk show on at this time. So, let's say I do ask for feedback. What do I do with that?
There's nothing you can do. He's just telling you suck. In fact, I believe that is the subject.
Yeah, subject line. You suck.
Nothing telling you what to do to not suck. Just telling you that you do.
When people send this stuff, I wonder what it is that they think they're going to accomplish.
That's a good question.
He probably doesn't know that he sucks, so I'm going to set the guy straight. Man, he's there laughing at his own stuff. People are paying him ass loads of cash. He needs to stop.
I'll handle this after I load this bag.
All right. Let's see. Oh, that reminds me. We need a break.
Yes, we do.
When's the last time we did news?
Never. Not today.
Good. So you got all four elements. All the crap, and we laughed at our own joke. Got it. All right, we'll be back.
We'll be back to the Russ Martin Show.